What about 2025 Japanese and Vietnamese seafood? In 2025, the seas are still generous and no two places bring seafood to life quite like Japan and Vietnam. While thousands of kilometers may lie between them, these two culinary powerhouses are connected by the ocean and a deep love for its treasures. This isn't about who does it better. It's about putting the food together, letting the flavors, the traditions, and the stories of each place shine side by side. From delicate sashimi to grilled river prawns, from seaweed-wrapped bites to coastal hot pots, this is a journey through the seafood of Japan and Vietnam, 2025 style. So sit back, bring your appetite, and let's explore how close these cuisines really are and how deliciously they complement each other. The seafood heritage of Japan and Vietnam. Japan and Vietnam, both situated along the Pacific, have long relied on the ocean as a primary source of sustenance. Japan's island geography, surrounded by the Sea of Japan, the Pacific Ocean, and the East China Sea, provides access to an abundance of fish, shellfish, and seaweed. Vietnam, with its extensive coastline along the South China Sea, boasts a similar wealth of marine resources, from shrimp and crab to squid and clams. In 2025, both nations continue to draw on these resources, blending tradition with modern sustainability practices to ensure the ocean's gifts remain plentiful. In Japan, seafood is not just food, it's an art form. The country's cuisine emphasizes precision, seasonality, and minimalism, allowing the natural flavors of the sea to shine. Vietnam, on the other hand, is known for its bold, aromatic dishes, where seafood is often paired with herbs, spices, and tangy sauces. Despite their differences, both cuisines share a deep respect for fresh ingredients and a commitment to showcasing the sea's diversity in their dishes. Japanese seafood, a symphony of simplicity. Japanese seafood cuisine is synonymous with sushi and sashimi, but it extends far beyond raw fish. In 2025, Japan's seafood scene continues to thrive, with restaurants and home cooks alike celebrating the country's marine bounty. Here are some iconic and emerging dishes that highlight Japan's seafood culture. Sushi and sashimi. The art of sushi remains a cornerstone of Japanese cuisine. In 2025, sushi chefs are experimenting with sustainable fish like farmed yellowtail, hamachi, and mackerel, saba, alongside classics like tuna, maguro, and salmon. Sashimi, served with soy sauce, wasabi, and daikon radish, showcases the pristine quality of Japan's seafood, often sourced from markets like Toyosu in Tokyo. The focus remains on precision cuts and minimal seasoning to let the fish's natural flavor stand out. Tempura, lightly battered and fried seafood, such as shrimp, ebi, squid, ika, and whitefish, is a beloved dish. In 2025, tempura restaurants are incorporating seasonal catches like Hokkaido scallops, served with a delicate tentsuyu dipping sauce to elevate this classic technique. Unagi, grilled freshwater eel, glazed with a sweet, savory soy-based sauce, is a staple in Japanese cuisine. With concerns about overfishing, sustainable unagi farming has gained traction in 2025, ensuring this delicacy remains available. Unagi is often served over rice, on udon, or as part of a bento box. Kaisenden, a colorful rice bowl topped with an assortment of raw seafood, Kaisenden is a celebration of variety. Common toppings include sea urchin, uni, ikura, salmon roe, and shrimp, often garnished with nori and shiso leaves. In 2025, Kaisenden is a popular choice for showcasing regional catches, especially in coastal cities like Osaka and Fukuoka. Seaweed and shellfish beyond fish. Japan's seafood culture includes seaweed, nori, kombu, wakame, and shellfish like clams, asari, and oysters. In 2025, seaweed salads and miso soups with clams remain everyday favorites, while oyster farms in Hiroshima thrive, offering plump, briny oysters served raw or grilled. Japan's seafood culture in 2025 also reflects a growing emphasis on sustainability. With global concerns about overfishing, Japanese chefs and fisheries are adopting eco-friendly practices, such as supporting local aquaculture and promoting lesser-known species to reduce pressure on popular fish like tuna. Vietnamese seafood, a burst of flavor. Vietnamese cuisine is renowned for its balance of sweet, sour, salty, and spicy flavors, and seafood plays a starring role in this vibrant culinary tapestry. In 2025, Vietnam's seafood dishes continue to captivate diners with their bold profiles and fresh ingredients. Here are some standout dishes that showcase Vietnam's seafood prowess. Con Chua, this tangy tamarind-based soup, is a southern Vietnamese classic, often featuring fish like catfish or snakehead, alongside shrimp or squid. In 2025, Con Chua remains a comforting staple, with regional variations incorporating local catches and garnishes like pineapple, tomatoes, and fresh herbs such as cilantro and Thai basil. Cha Ca Lam Vong, a Hanoi specialty, this dish features grilled fish, often catfish, marinated in turmeric and dill, served with rice noodles, peanuts, and a pungent fish sauce. Nuoc Cham. In 2025, Cha Ca restaurants are experimenting with sustainable fish varieties, maintaining the dish's signature balance of smoky, aromatic, and tangy notes. Banjo, these crispy rice flour pancakes are often stuffed with shrimp and mung beans, served with a side of fresh herbs and nuoc cham. In coastal regions like Da Nang, banjo in 2025 might include squid or crab, reflecting the local catch and adding a delightful crunch to the dish. Seafood spring rolls, fresh or fried, Vietnamese spring rolls, goi quan or cha gio, frequently feature shrimp and crab. In 2025, these rolls are a popular street food, with vendors in Ho Chi Minh City offering creative fillings like lobster or clams, wrapped in rice paper with lettuce, mint, and vermicelli. Clams and mussels, stir-fried clams with lemongrass and chili or steamed mussels with garlic and herbs are ubiquitous in Vietnam's coastal eateries. In 2025, these dishes remain crowd-pleasers, with sustainable mussel farms in the Mekong Delta ensuring a steady supply. Vietnam's seafood scene in 2025 is also influenced by its bustling street food culture and growing tourism industry. Coastal cities like Nha Trang and Phu Quoc are hubs for seafood markets, where diners can select live fish, shrimp, or squid to be cooked on the spot, often grilled or steamed with local spices, bringing Japanese and Vietnamese seafood together. While Japan and Vietnam have distinct culinary identities, their seafood dishes share a common thread: a reverence for the ocean's bounty and a focus on freshness. In 2025, the proximity of these nations, both geographically and in their shared reliance on seafood, creates opportunities for culinary fusion and appreciation. Imagine a Japanese-Vietnamese seafood feast, where the delicate simplicity of sushi meets the bold vibrancy of Vietnamese flavors. Appetizers start with a plate of Vietnamese fresh spring rolls filled with shrimp and herbs, paired with a Japanese seaweed salad dressed with sesame and soy. The rolls offer a refreshing crunch, while the seaweed adds an umami depth. Main course, combine a Japanese kaizendan with a Vietnamese twist, featuring raw tuna and salmon alongside pickled vegetables and a drizzle of nuoc cham instead of soy sauce. Add a side of cha ca, where the turmeric-marinated fish complements the clean flavors of the Japanese rice bowl. Soup, serve a bowl of Vietnamese con chua with fish and shrimp, its tangy tamarind broth balancing the richness of a Japanese miso soup with clams. The contrast of flavors, sour and savory, creates a harmonious pairing. Dessert, while not seafood-based, a light Japanese matcha mochi could be paired with a Vietnamese coconut milk dessert, tying the meal together with a nod to both cultures' love for subtle sweetness. In 2025, such a meal could be found in fusion restaurants or pop-up events in cities like Tokyo or Hanoi, where chefs are increasingly blending Asian cuisines to create exciting new dishes. Sustainability and the future of seafood. Both Japan and Vietnam face challenges in maintaining their seafood traditions amid global concerns about overfishing and climate change. In 2025, Japan's fisheries are investing in aquaculture, with innovations like closed-loop shrimp farming and sustainable tuna ranching. Vietnam, meanwhile, is expanding its eco-friendly shrimp and mussel farms in the Mekong Delta, supported by international partnerships to promote sustainable fishing practices. These efforts ensure that the seafood cultures of both nations remain vibrant. Chefs in 2025 are also promoting underutilized species such as Japanese horse mackerel or Vietnamese tilapia, to diversify menus and reduce strain on overfished stocks. This shared commitment to sustainability strengthens the connection between Japanese and Vietnamese seafood cuisines, as both nations work to preserve their marine heritage for future generations. As we've seen, when you bring Japanese and Vietnamese seafood together, you're not just pairing dishes, you're connecting cultures. The flavors may differ, but the soul, that's the same: ocean-born, handcrafted, and full of pride. In 2025, these nations continue to push the boundaries of seafood, honoring tradition while embracing creativity. So whether you're savoring a silky piece of toro in Osaka or cracking open crab claws in Halong Bay, just remember, good seafood doesn't divide, it unites. If you love this seafood journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more global flavors right here. See you next time, and stay hungry for discovery.